a great counter with Ember Spirit, having Tiny on support, and other things like that made things really effective. And now OG gets to go back to their regular comfort heroes. They've got Enchantress, they've got the Tiny Void combo, having Grimstroke as the support for Pugna, or for No-Tail hasn't really been contested, but still accomplishes what they need. And on the other side, Liquid grabbing Jug, that should give them a strong laning stage and the ability to kill Enchantress because they can do lots of magic damage.
Last game, they're sticking with like these Tide Hunters, these TAs. Do you like that, or does that sort of maybe scare you a bit in the sense that Liquid running out of options?
I would be a little scared, right? Like, you have to look at this, and they've literally picked tempo assassin in all the games. And OG, they have to know this is coming. They have heroes that they've been preparing for it, preparing versus well, and we saw it, how hard they were able to play last game and how fast that pace they were trying to set. That's the one thing that I saw Liquid, they do back away from this game though, right? They didn't go for all greed. They have a Juggernaut who can fight early. They have the Ogre Magi who's a stronger 5 position, and then they have this Rubik that can also make plays around the map. GH, he tried his heart out in the last game as an Enigma, but it is an Enigma. So you're gonna be slower paced because you have to play around your cooldowns. So at least they've addressed that a little bit here on the side of Liquid, but still do have to be a bit concerned for sure, Seb.
I'll go for a bit of a poke on him, but OG, they have the numbers. They're just going to turn around, look to body block up Miracle. Miracle holding onto the Blade Fury for now. Now pops Pip just before the toss comes into play. And we'll get him back underneath the tower, but overall definitely some things for Liquid to be scared about in the draft. You saw as well, they had to kind of pick their poison right. They had the TA, it was, well, are we gonna lane against a Monkey King from Topson or a Pugna? They opt for the Monkey King ban, but does mean that the Topson Pugna will be there to cause some havoc with the TA in the mid lane. That Decrepify in the laning stage each wave is not going to be fun for WeHard to deal with.
No, it allows you to secure pretty much almost not all the range creep denies, but you get a lot of those range creeps. Ana will be able to get himself that ruin.
I'm going to try and abuse the fact that he hasn't got that time warp for quite a long time. In 15 seconds,
he'll be fine.
He's able to get back.
Yeah, takes a lot of damage, but No-Tail, same build as last game. He has the Clarities as well as, or the Tangos as well as the Salve. He will sub that up, and there's 2 bounties left.
There is, Liquid will be able to claim theirs up top, but you will imagine that that bottom one will eventually be picked up by OG, so overall getting the 3 of the 4 to start this game off with.
See how these mid creeps, Topson will be able to get the 1-for-1, so he gets that range creep deny as well, securing his range creep. And as well gonna get maybe another 2 denies as well. Oh my god, 3 denies in the first wave there, and he sprays the loser, of course.
Definitely going to be a lane where we are going to have to keep our eyes on, as we could seriously see Topson break ahead significantly of the CS of WeHard's team.
And a very interesting starting item. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's a crown.
I like it.
The mid lane, right?
Was sort of built towards eventually getting what, a Rod of Atos, do you think?
Veil?
No, the Veil, right.
I think Veil is really nice because it gives you that armor that you're lacking as a Pugna when you're playing versus TA.
Yep, very nice. What were your teammates?
Yep.
The Tiny, the Grimstrokes, a lot of magical to offer when you start making those moves that we know that OG's going to want to do after seeing how they played in game 2.
I mean, it works well with everybody except for the Enchantress, right? Even Void, your time lock is magical. Sure, that's a very slight, but every little type of application.
He's going to have levels in it, so it's going to hurt.
Yeah. Topson just waiting to try to get all these ranges. 5 and 6 for the 2-1 of WeHard right now.
It's just, I mean, as we're bottom lane.
Kuroki is tanking the game.
He should be fine. Here. Just doing his job here, trying to make sure that the pressure isn't applied to Miracle.
Yep. I'm mostly gonna be looking at mid, just because I'll be keeping tabs of those range creep denies for us. As the side lanes, we'll be able to get a decent amount of farm on both of those carries on Liquid and OG. But this is the more important thing, is that my control's not getting super shut down in this one up top. Unlike the last game where it was just chain deaths for him. From the start of the lane, from pretty much level 1, he died back to back to back.
And we'll see WeHard be able to get the 2-minute rune. Not really one that's going to help him in the lane though, just an Invis. Yep. Not the DD or the illusion that could have maybe helped him get a bit of a catch-up in this matchup. That's Topson just continuing to keep the edge, as this hero matchup is very, very painful to play in the lane for TA.
Yeah, WeHard just has to be careful how he even controls his side blades, because he just keeps getting all these denies built up onto him there. He'll secure himself one of those range creeps now, but yeah, 8 denies on the Pugna. But bottom we see Seb, he's not able to get the most down here, but he's still putting pressure on. He's got 7 last hits, but look how low he's got Miracle. Actually forcing the Salve, and Kuroki has no regen left either. So no regen on either of them. We see also, he's gone for the point in the enchant this game, in the laning phase, because you're playing versus Bloodlust, you can be able to dispel that one quite easily, and if he gets an option of a decent range.
I mean, in this lane, is there a chance that Seb can get caught out by a Blade Fury play, or most of the time will Seb just have the heals to stay alive?
He should have more than enough health and more than enough healing. Like the Blade Fury, it's a decent amount of damage to give enough stuns, but it's just one stun from the Fire Blast, which means he's going to be able to get his heal and a Fairy Fire off. So once that heal kicks in, the spin's not enough damage.
Seeing top lane, Ana able to match the free farm of Miracle down bottom. Both carries getting a good start in their safe lanes.
A couple more denies on Ana. He's already actually used an early courier too. I think Topson made the call. He's like, I don't really need the courier too early on, and you guys could have bring you some regen top, and they did. They brought Tangos and Clarities, and we will see. Helmvine will picked up. He's going straight for that Veil on the Pugna. I mean, it's going to be crazy early how he gets it, because he started with this crown. Very cool approach here coming out from Topson. And look how tanky he is too. 9 armor, when he's next to his tower, he's sitting at 12. So that harassment from Weehaw will not be as significant.
Seeing Weehaw trying is sort of the best approach he can against the Pugna. Every time the Decrepify is being used to try and closes the gap, gets on top of Topson, forcing Topson to sort of stray a little bit back from the creeps. Pressure down on top. Looking for GH. Look at those bashes. Stroke won't hit, so GH will be fine to walk off. Mind control. She's turning and beating down onto Notel. In return, as Notel will have to keep his distance. Will be able to do so. Mind control, of course, getting good farm up top.
Breaks this out with the gush there.
Mid lane though, Weehaw has been caught out by a bit of a move from Jerax. He's trying to switch the Mango in to go for a Mango refraction play, but that 6 seconds far too long. Jerax setting up for Topson in mid and making sure that mid lane continues to be a nasty place for the Weehaw TA to be.
Bounty Rune's going to be spawning as well. Jerax going to try to at least claim one for his team here. We'll be able to get one. Miracle will be able to get the other one as top.
And Mind Control's able to get behind the tower and get Notel.
Yep.
Push them away, GH.
Oh, he kills it.
He knows that Ana's got the time warp. Doesn't want to let Ana have the chance of going for it. Does mean that Ana has the time to try and turn and chase towards GH. Another gush from Mind Control will be there though. Slows Ana down and GH will be able to walk out alive.
This is where Jerax now. This is a really important play here. If he can get this set up and kill Weehaw in the mid lane, Weehaw's actually already getting turned with the Veil. Is it enough? Ooh, he's very close. Jerax is already running over.
Weehaw.
He just used the TP to come back mid.
He's going for the walk back.
Jerax knows. There's no shrine available top either. It was used already by the side of Liquid.
He's just going to try and get a little bit out of the jungle whilst he has the mana to play around with Refraction and Meld.
There's a glyph available. Topson and Jerax are set up. There's a glyph and it's a 5-minute siege wave. So Topson, he's going to look to just take this mid tower here. GH showing up to try to pull the creep aggro. We'll only get the one creep aggro though for now. So this tower, they will be forced to pop glyph to
They can
defend.
turn towards GH. Jerax is down that high ground. Fail's going to be out onto GH. Avalanche for Jerax as we try and close the gap to Decrepify into the life drain. He just gets slowly drained down and out. He'll turn with the stick charge and a Fate Bolt. But GH's fate is sealed. Topson.
Jerax is still in the area. He has a toss back. He has the dust too, so he's waiting.
Yeah.
Thought maybe he melded there.
Keeping Weehaw away from the lane, away from any chance of finding farm.
I love this, going for this Veil build on Topson. It's super clever being able to get it so early on. It's just applying so much extra pressure that you normally would not be able to do as a Pugna.
You see, but still Jerax just
toying with him.
stopping Weehaw from getting close. It's going to take a bit of damage. We'll toss Weehaw back into the Ancients. Avalanche as well, and with the Black Dragons beating down on Weehaw, Jerax is able to trade a good bit of damage.
Might go down here though. GH is walking over, but in the meantime, Ana and Notel up top are able to get the kill.
Jerax is going to go for the TP in that spot. They do not see him. Telekinesis was still unavailable, so they wouldn't have been able to catch him anyway. OG, this mid lane tier 1 tower, they're pushing it down. Thompson's able to play such a fast pace. This Pugna versus TM, except that he loves bottom.
Oh my goodness. The neutral creeps actually turned onto him while he was getting impetus. He almost died farming that hard camp.
Well, Thompson, he's dragged under tower, pops and loses the spray out, and TP's out of there. Continuing to toy with Liquid, drawing the attention of 4 members of Liquid towards that mid lane. They don't get him. He's out to safety.
And now Miracle, who he's been having a pretty decent time in that bottom lane, 40 and 6. Enchantress has hit 6. We know what happens when Enchantress hits 6. You get forced out of lane. It's exactly what's happened now to Miracle. As he's pushed to the jungle for the time being, he's going to farm maybe under the tower here.
Miracle
Camping here. He's pinging it out. He wants someone to rotate because he has the Omni.
feeling that could be a chance to find some action mid lane. Decrepify setups there. Jax is prepared with the dust. Sweetheart cannot hide in the shadows. They see him every time, and the tower goes down. 8 minutes in. Top lane mind control getting bashed up by Ana and Notel. Another time walk available in a second. Seb running himself away from Kura again into the trees. Gets the heal up, but the Omni Slash from Miracle will secure the kill down bottom. At the same time up top, they find eventually mind control's ties as they continue the chase. An offlaner for an offlaner.
And they're spamming the taunts because Miracle, he really wanted to hold on to Omni Slash there. He tried to just get the kill with the spin, but it was not enough damage. They're forced to actually throw the Omni Slash to bring down Seb.
And Thompson is just able to pull so much attention towards this mid lane now.
Yeah.
He's feeling strong and confident with the brown boots, windlace and veil. He can run around. He's such a nuisance.
And the draft panel mentioned how hard of a Tide Hunter game it was going to be. He probably needs to start, but now he is completely shut down as mid.
Yeah, the Inkswell stance we got. Gitch is there to help out. Another blast. Mind control heading over. It's only level 4 on the Tide at this point.
I think they thought he was higher level than that. Noto throws a silence on him, but it's only level 4 Tide.
They're going to life draining pound. So there was Dragon Fade. We'll get a crack each other up. But Jax picks the body blocking there. Well, I say that. Miracle's going to go with the Major. They punish Jax for it. They do lose mind control. Support for an off lane. And you're just seeing that they're having to bring the whole team to the mid lane to deal with the shenanigans of this partner.
And immediately Miracle's now going to start getting pressured again too. He's going to dig it. Dog in front of him. They're having fun.
He's feeling it, Thompson.
They have a lot of free farming top, right? This is a tread into Maya's Void with push the Tider to completely their lane. And like we said, mind control. He's won 3 games.
And that is such a nasty combo to Grabify, Phantom, Embrace. There is no counter.
There is no counter.
There is no counter.
Well, so there. Let me move it. Yeah. Thompson.
Hey, they made it over the 2 bars. They're surrounded. Thompson will fall finally. They're able to get that spooky little skeleton boy out of their half of the map. But look at him off.
Look at where it's happening. He forces everybody to go from there, and that just solidifies OG to get 4 bounty winners. It hurts because they lose their core, but in a net worth advantage, that actually favors OG.
Oh, it's a 4K lead to 10 minutes in for OG.
And we talked about Midas's. Midas Void coming out soon. Midas Enchantress is already finished, and they're just looking around to keep the pressure going. Mind control. 1 and 3 in the game again, and his chat is not going to get easier.
He's up top. He's going to look for the set, the top stack. Mind control still has not got that 6 in the map. The GH has got his own level 6. Jimmy's is going to look to set up there instead. They'll throw it back into the corner, patching the 2 of them. OG, they just can't have themselves. They can't stop making plays.
You can just tell how much fun they're having in the game. Spamming the chat whales, spamming the losers, running around making kills happen, and not stopping. Again, Thompson, this is what we saw them doing in the last game too, just looking around, running around. Where's Weeha is the question. That's who they want, as they know he's just going to back up in jungle. This is getting pretty out of control already, a 5K advantage, and they're finding Miracle. Thompson is going to get stunned up.
I mean, Miracle, he's got the Blade Fury and the Omni Slash to play around with. Soulbind's going to lock the 2 of them down together as No-Tail's looking to turn, moves in with the Silence. The dog rain, dead. The Ravage comes out, but they've already lost the 2 of them. They'll get No-Tail in response. But now OG, they can turn and collapse onto mind control surrounding the Tide. Jax and Thompson, Seb, they're not going to stop chasing this. A trap slow will come out. It doesn't matter. Thompson, another Decrepify blast, secures him the triple kill.
He's going for another.
They're not done yet, OG.GH. He's got the stolen ink swell. They'll keep their distance. Jax closes the gap. GH is enchanted, taken out. Ultra kill for Thompson. 11 minutes in. There is nothing that can stop this man.
This is just getting so out of control. Look at the net worths. They almost have 4 of the 5 top net worths in the game. Miracle has no place to go in the game. He's running around trying to salvage the problems that are happening absolutely everywhere in the game because he's level 7 is junk. But look at this hero damage. It's 12 minutes in and he has 10,000 hero damage.
Absolutely. You know, this is just numbers that are unheard of this early on in the game. The Thompson Pugner, I mean, they took their chances, right, as we said in the draft.
Pick your poison.
But ban the Monkey King. The Thompson Pugner was always going to be left in. They've got to kill him. They've got to do something about it. They'll surround him. They've got the Blade Fury. They have got the stun. Thompson falling low. Pop the stick charge. Tries to stab the life trap, but they kill him off. Big kill here for Liquid. Can they get more? The rest of OG have turned up. They'll focus down Miracle. Ana, he's coming in with the wraparound, and Ana, he's nearly got the Chronosphere back online. Liquid have to be a little careful how they approach this. Jax forcing Weeha away from the rest of his team. Miracle He's trying to run. Chrono's going to be back up in 5 seconds. Quick tread switch and a time walk pull from Ana allows him to close the gap. If he wants to pop the Chrono for this, he brought the 3 heroes. He's thinking about it. The Shrine has been used. They're healing up. Ana trying to find the perfect angle. No-Tail's coming in with a wraparound. Mind Control's back in. No Ravage though. Toss over, keeping them bunched together. Ana, he's still trying to see if he can find that perfect opportunity. He may not even need it. The Phantom Embrace. It's on Mind Control. The output of the damage from Seb's impetus is too much for Mind Control to withstand. There's the catch. They'll get Miracle separated. He's shut down, silenced up. He did get the Blade Fury off, but the Soul Mind Control with the impetus is far too much for him to deal with. As OG,
oh my god, they keep looking for more.
They're just giving us the repeat of game 2.
In the same exact area, at the same exact time too. It's like 12 minutes in, 10 heroes gathered around the Ancients areas. Weeha's like, okay, well I can't really fight this. I have to find my own time. Weeha's actually gonna go for a Blink Dagger to try to match and be able to fight and be able to respond to OG's aggression.
Look at the drag. Onto Jared with that telekinesis, but again, OG, they just have the numbers here. Liquid are not ready to take these fights.
This is just an absolute dismantling coming up from OG. They're not giving them any room at all. And it's not this time like they have all these long duration ultimates. They're just punishing them for everything. The Jug pick, he's not really farming at all. Weeha either. Everybody on the side of OG is farming perfectly fine, and they have minuses.
I mean, Miracle, he walks into lane. He nearly dies immediately to the combo.
Jarex
to the control on Thompson. Again, the Strider with a 4-line avalanche, but Jarex takes him out. Mind Control, pulls the Ravage. Have they got the damage to finish these two up top? He's still alive. He's able to back off, and now again, the rest of OG's turned up. Seb's in the neighborhood. Toss over for Jarex. Kuro and GH being focused. The X-Well and Jarex. Does it hit Kuro? It doesn't matter. No-Tail has the stroke of fate, and it's enough alone. As it's now a 10k lead, 3 dead on Liquid, so again, OG will be able to reset, get those bounty runes if they want. They may just keep the pressure on Ana. Down bottom, he's trying to go head-to-head with Weeha. It's the one bash.
There's more support coming in though. Jarex as well as No-Tail are in the area. Weeha will get spooked and pushed back.
And look at that, just
it's a 10,000 gold lead. The experience is even 10,000. What are they? Look at these hero levels. A Thompson 13, Seb 12, Weeha's 11, but then look at this, it's all of OG at the top of the board there with the levels, with the gold, with everything. So far in this game, they are just dictating the pace and giving no room to Liquid. All the moves are on their side of the map. Liquid, even if they do get some kills, it's all the way pushed back on their side already.
And you really just have to admire this sort of domination. This isn't some sort of slow-paced farming beatdown. It's not this 5-man push. It's just the want to fight, the coordination from OG, the team play, and the lineup that they have is working so beautifully against Liquid in Game 3, just as it did in Game 2. And it's leaving Liquid no chance to really turn things around. He's got the Blink Dagger. But going for that Blink first means that he doesn't have sort of that damage output. The fight is being brought to him, and with the Blink, if he turns and hits, he's not going to hit hard enough.
I think that he's trying to, just like I was saying before, he's trying to make up for the fact that they have nobody else who can really match this fighting pace of OG, but it's a TA into a tough draft that he's against. They expect this Templar Assassin to be coming out, and they've been countering it time and time again, and all these heroes just deal with it incredibly well.
I mean, sorry, who do you go on as this TA? There's an Untouchable Enchantress, there's a Pugna with Decrepify, there's a Void with Time Walk, there's Phantom Embraces, they just have all the answers, OG.
And OG's, look, Ana is pushing bottom by himself, while in the mid lane, they're taking that tower as well. Weeha is jungling the enemy jungle. This has gotten completely out of hand. OG just, it looks like they have Liquid's notebook and they're just looking through and they're like, oh, this is where they're gonna be next. This is what they're gonna do next. They just have a perfect read of what Liquid's trying to do in the game.
And Dagger and Thompson now on top of her. Of course, it's already very stacked Titan build. A Veil and Ether Lens.
They might just
17 minutes in.
Thompson's just gonna start poking high ground. He's got an Arcane Rune with these Nether Blasts. He's got the Aether Lens here, like you said. And yeah, tier 3 is gonna start getting poked 17 minutes. We are nearly approaching a 1,000 gold per minute lead too for the side of OG with this type of draft.
I mean, Liquid, they're gonna try their best to push this away. OG, they have Chronosphere.
Liquid's wrapping around. They've got a smoke. They've got the Ravage.
Is under attack.
Can they catch OG here? Jarex is the one standing up toward the front lines, waiting to see if something does happen. Tower's already dead. They're already working on their axes.
And if Liquid's gonna make a move, they're gonna make it soon, but they're not gonna get the chance to. Jarex jumps in on top of mind control. Phantom embrace upon him. No chance for a Ravage, but he's back immediately.
They know the only way that they can get caught is if it's from a wraparound. Jarex just waiting there in position. They even have an ops. They even put down a sentry to take out Liquid's vision too. Liquid has no vision of these backlines now.
And they're taking the racks. 18 minutes in.
My God. This is unbelievable.
2 games in a row. But OG is just giving us the showcase of their lifetime.
Been like 6 or 7 minutes since Liquid has been able to even find a kill. And it's been GH just out of GH has been the one getting them, but it's not even these big ones because, like we said, they can't even get aggressive onto the map at all. As Seb just continues to stand in the base. He's a bit far forward here.
But you get the multicast. Anna's going to come in with a backup. They Decrepify, keeping Seb safe. They'll pop their Ravage. They're trying to get on top of at least someone. They'll find No-Tail. Anna's surrounded. He still has the call. He gets the 3 of them. Thompson's able to turn with the light train. Miracle down. Mind control towards back into the Chrono, making it a beautiful 4-man. Double kill for Thompson. He'll start to run them down one by one, pushing Liquid back towards the fountain. Mind control. It's a dieback effectively. No buyback available. Still on cooldown for 6 minutes.
They're just playing on a totally another level right now. The way they're taking the fights, even the little things. The Omni Slash comes out on the Enchantress. Ana jumps in and tanks it, and then pulls the Omni Slash into his team. So that Miracle gets put in a really awkward position, gets caught in the Chrono, and like you said too, the toss into the Chrono. I've seen them do this like 4 times in the last game, or in this last game already. And Thompson just continuing to reign supreme in the game, just constantly looking for these aggressive plays.
Ooh, quick blink out from Weeheart will mean that he won't die this time. But can they come back in this game? Liquid down 15k net worth, down a full set of racks before the 20-minute mark, 25-8 in favor of OG.
16,000 gold lead. They're going to get themselves at least 3 bounties, over 10,000 experience lead, and that Dota Plus does say the 99% right now. So only a 1% right now for Liquid. It does feel like that as well.
Did you get the play field off in time? Ana!
They actually get it
down. Weeheart's able to get in with the blink meld. And they get more out of this No-Tail. Will pick up the rune, has Thompson by his side, but Liquid they're chasing. They'll look to move on to the high ground turnarounds there. Jarex is in with the combo. The healing wall is not enough to keep Miracle alive. Miracle's dead for over a minute as OG. They can now go back to chasing for more. GH tries for the TP out. Seb finds him. Doesn't get enough damage in time. GH will escape. Decrepify's there. Liquid, they do get in. Take down a second as they'll find No-Tail with a toss back. Avalanche for Jarex. Catches the 2 of them. He's got the invis. They don't have detection. They've got AoE.
Soon with the refraction.
They will let him be. He's going to be able to blink, or is he? He's not going to be able to blink. He's not going to be able to blink. Thompson.
The ward is down. He pops refraction. He gets hit by the damage. He can't actually blink. Gets put back on the cooldown immediately. My God, these fights. I mean,
look at the tie. Thompson's 17-2 and 7.
17-2 and 7.
He's making this look like the easiest game of his life. He really is.
Yeah, he really is. It's hard to even like point out all the other things, like how well Jarex is playing as well in this game. Just always being in the right place, getting these incredible toss combos. Because Thompson, like you said, has 17 kills at the 21-minute mark.
He's been involved in 24 of the 28. Thompson, he really is. He's the mid that everybody wants on their team. This is the pinnacle of the Dota 2 mid player.
Especially for the carry player. Any carry looks at this and they're like, wow, I wish my mid player would go around killing everybody every 5 seconds. It's looking pretty out of control here as it's a 19,000 gold lead and they just keep this aggression. Liquid just can't even get their lanes pushed out in this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All stacked up outside the base. OG keeping them trapped inside of there. They have everything ready. They have all their tools available to fight.
They've got a rod of Atos on Seb now as well. Nitro, find the jump in with the Ravage. Weeheart's in as well. Do they have the damage out in time? They do. They kill on Thompson. There's a lot of money going the way of Kuroki though. Can they get more out of this? Omni Slash bouncing around Jarex. A buyback comes out for Thompson. He wants to rejoin the fight. As OG turns, they'll get more. There's the setup again. Ana with a 3-man Chrono catches the ball. Double kill for Ana. The toss up to Sable. Taking down Miracle. The Phantom embraces on Chrono. Chase him up to the base. Triple kill for Ana. 2 buybacks to come out from Liquid. But no Tide or Juggernaut available to offer their services for this defense.
And they've already used everything. The Tidehunter Ravage, Chug Omni. I actually think Mind Control may have sold some of his items just to be able to purchase that Blink Dagger for the fight. And even then, they can't even come close to coming out ahead of it.
I mean, they got Thompson.
They got him, but he's back.
That was it. They'll get another jump in. Mind Control trying to commit. Jarrett just turns with the toss avalanche combo. Mind Control out of the game once more. We are trying to jump in, find at least Thompson, but he's not going to get it. OG surround him, outnumber them, a toss up, send them back to the grave. GH is dead, GG is called. OG take game 3, and Derek said it's even in a more devastating fashion than game 2. It didn't look like it could get any worse for Liquid after that second game, but I think it just did.
I think they have to find a different type of draft. I don't think